All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're going to be taking a look at another one of those products that you probably have seen commercials for while you're on YouTube. And you may or may not have wondered whether or not it's actually worth checking out. Today, we're going over Dr. Squatch. Specifically, the whatever rum thingamajigger deodorant. We'll go through a couple of the other ones too. I think I'll cycle through most of them. So that's the box they ship it to you in. Nice branding. Nondescript. Got the logo on it. Let's open that up. All right. So, just got the standard tape and all that stuff on it. I'm going to use my little scissors. Usually makes things kind of easy. Should probably have been a little safer with that last cut. All right. I mean, at least this one package is literally just the deodorant. They fill that. Ooh. Okay. Cool. Can I pop this? No. No, I guess the air is all throughout this. That's disappointing. All right. First problem, I can't pop this. You gotta fix that. They send you a free soap saver with it, which I assume is, they're trying to incentivize you to buy their soap. So I'm probably gonna do that at some point, and we'll review it here. It's really just a piece of wood. It's regular. I'm sure it's fine. And here you are, Bay Rum Natural Deodorant. Odor squatching, aluminum free, and then the invoice is here, so you can see this cost. No, all right, never mind. Doesn't have the price. Just tells you what you got, which is what I got. Okay, cool. Natural odor squatching system: charcoal for odor protection, arrowroot for moisture absorption, probiotics to restore balance. Huh. I had not heard of deodorants with probiotics. Okay. And then they put a little quote from Dr. Squatch. Okay, cool. So, interesting packaging. It's like a little cylindrical thing. Now, I mean, it came not already screwed, so this is not, doesn't stay on particularly securely, so that's not the best, but then again, not that important either, I don't think. You've seen all those commercials of people like going, like as if this is some like crazy awesome shit. I guess we're about to find out. This is specifically there. How the fuck do you get this off? Oh, okay. You can just kind of advance it to get it off. Okay, but what the fuck? Like it's... Oh, it turns, I guess. So, it comes off pretty easy. Got a little stuff on my hand trying to get that off. Not particularly like that. But sure, cool. That get on my lip. Anyway. It's not bad. It's not bad. It smells good. What is this supposed to be? Okay, let me guess what this is supposed to be. This smells like bubble gum. I don't think that's what it's supposed to smell like. Yeah, this is bubble gum. This smells exactly like, what are those pink cylindrical bubble gum things that you get at like the little turny things for $0.25, you know? That's exactly what this smells like. What is this supposed to smell like? Island tropics and spice. That's not what that smells like. It smells like bubble gum. That's what it smells like. So, to give you a bit of an idea of where I'm coming from, where should I? I'm just going to wipe this off with this. I Yes, that works. Yeah, this stuff just comes off super fucking easy. I hope that doesn't become a problem in the future. We'll see. To give you an idea of where I'm coming from, this is what I used before. Typically, I tend to use Old Spice. This one is Steel Titan. It's running low, so I figured that's where I'm getting a new deodorant. Might as well make a product review. This is what I'm used to, just classic Old Spice type of stuff. I used to use Axe Phoenix because I like the way that smells. But this one is one of those ones that I think in their commercials they say it smells like chemicals, and I guess it does, but it smells decent. It smells like bubblegum. I mean, it really smells like bubblegum. So I guess, let's see. That's not great. That's not great at all. That's awful. Take a look at that. All throughout. It does not go on clear. Not great. The reason I decided to do a review today is primarily because, I'm going to be driving outside today. It's Oklahoma, so right now we got mid-90s degree weather. Over the course of the day, it's going to get as hot as, I think, 96 degrees, and that's going to suck. I'm going to be driving. And my car has broken air conditioning. So I'm going to be out driving for actually a couple hours today in 90 degree weather. And we're going to stress test this. Although you almost got to wonder like how worthwhile it is to even stress test this. All I've done so far is smell it. Doesn't smell like what they were saying. Smells good still, but doesn't smell like what they were saying. It goes on super crappily. It streaks. It got in like you can like see it in the hair. You can see it on the skin. It's like really visible. Like the Old Spice goes on in a much more pleasant, like invisible way than this nonsense. So we'll see how it performs over the course of the day. We'll give it a couple of hours, see if it stands the test of time. Next time when we do a product review, maybe this is like an issue with just Bay Rum or something. We'll see what it looks like with the next one. But I don't know if any of the other ones are like this. I'm probably not gonna test any more than one more of their deodorants, and then maybe we'll move on to soap at some point. Okay, we'll check back in with you after the day is through. All right, so yesterday's experiment, we tried some of Dr. Squatch's Bay Rum odor squanching deodorant, and it hadn't gone on very well. You could see it didn't really go on dry, so that was my first down with it. And then I went out with a bit of a test condition where it was a bit of an extreme test condition, to be fair. Funny story, I actually got pulled over during the trip, and I had been intending to ask somebody how I smelled when I got to where I was going, just to see if the deodorant was still smellable. I could still smell it on myself, but I doubted it was actually smellable because I was sweating a whole lot in that car, and the deodorant doesn't go everywhere, right? So I got pulled over, and they only gave me a warning, which was super nice. But it's never happened before. They had me go back to their car, and I think it was because I didn't smell very good in my car, because I'd been in there for hours without air conditioning. It can't have smelled good at all. I didn't see any other reason for that at all. But yeah, I think it didn't really do too well in that condition, but to be fair, I don't know that very many things would have done too well. Now, what I've done since then, to try and adjust some things, I put this in the fridge. So before, when I did that first trial, I really just put it at regular, just kind of in regular house temperature. I keep my house around 68 degrees. or my apartment, whatever. And so it basically went down like Crisco, and I really didn't like the way that felt. Put it in the fridge. Tomorrow I'm going to look at it after keeping it once again at room temperature for a while. Right now it's more hardened, and I just put it on. I will say that, I noticed some, solid material at the ends there, but not as bad as before. So keeping it cold definitely helps with making it go on well, but I'd rather not have to store this in my fridge. So I'll have to check up on it in the morning and make sure that it holds up at regular room temperature. It does smell good. It smells good. Once again, I can see the spice that they're referring to in the smell, but honestly, this just smells like bubble gum to me, which is good. It smells good. It just doesn't smell like anything like what they're saying on here. Which, all right. So my next test is going to be. I just put it on. So I took a shower. I just put on another coat of this stuff. I'm going to go to the gym. We're going to do an upper body workout, and then I'll check in afterwards, and we'll see how this deodorant handles a more everyday, practical kind of test. The last one was, out of the ordinary. This one is really more of an everyday type of situation. So I'll check in with you afterwards. All right. So after the workout, not too bad actually. Actually, I'm really happy with the smell of it. Like, it became a lot stronger with a lighter activation. So clearly that first test that we did with, hours of sweatiness was a little bit too much. There was a lot of sweat on the pits, and, but there was sweat everywhere, and that was a lot of temperature. Under more regular conditions, going to the gym, it held up really well. It actually smells really strong and quite good. With that more moderate activation of the smell, it actually, I can smell the spice more. So, under more reasonable conditions, it does pretty well. Now, I will say that I left it at regular room temperature overnight, just kind of right here. It seems to have held up a little better. Okay. So maybe those initial concerns were as a result of, the temperature when they were shipping it. Let's see, just to see how it goes when it goes on today. Yeah, it still streaks a lot. If that's something you care about, that's something to watch out for with this particular deodorant. All right, and we're back. Last part of the Dr. Squatch Bay Rum Deodorant video. It's okay. I have largely the same opinion as I had about a day or two in. The initial issues with, being kind of not very solid was fixed with the fridge, but it's not all the way fixed, I would say. I mean, if you look at that, structurally it just doesn't hold up too well. Just with regular use, it's smeary. It goes on, like you can see it. It rubs away with the movement of your arm pretty quickly, relatively, maybe like an hour or two. So that trade-off might not be as big of an issue to you if that's the situation you're in, where, it doesn't matter whether your armpits have some white stuff on them or not. And in my opinion, the scent is a strength. It does smell strongly. And it does smell nice. Once again, like bubble gum more than anything. You can smell the spice more once you've actually put it on. That tends to activate it a bit more when you smell it. So that, once again, can be a negative thing depending on what your situation is. Like if you're a surgeon and you don't want stronger smells on you in the operating room, this is definitely not the one to go with. So for most people, I think that would be a positive. Nice smell, long-lasting, strong smelling. But, somewhat annoying in terms of how it goes on. And I've noticed that it tends to catch on your armpits. Like if you have armpit hair, this will catch on that for sure. It's mildly annoying, not a big deal. I'm sure you get used to it. I still find it annoying after 5 or 6 days. One thing I will say is that Dr. Squatch, and I should probably double check this to make sure, but I think this is a direct-to-consumer only company. You have to buy this directly from them. typically the DTC company model will end up requiring them to spend a lot on advertising. Hopefully their profit margins are big enough to actually sustain this, because this is not necessarily the best product. It's good, but even Casper mattresses didn't do so well. They had a high quality product, and DTC, there's too much advertising cost. They couldn't keep their head above water. I think they'll have to do something like what Dollar Shave Club did and start getting their products into stores. That seems like an eventual inevitability if this is a benchmark of the others of their products, which I'll review some others later. Once again, not to say that this is necessarily bad, but for the DTC company model, they're going to have to do a bit better, unless their profit margins are surprisingly good somehow. But yeah, those are the trade-offs. If you get problems with transit where it's kind of liquidy, almost not liquidy, but almost like a gel, just slightly melted, you can put it in the fridge. It fixes it most of the way. So that's Dr. Squatch Bay Rum Deodorant. So pros and cons. At least for the moment, I'm definitely going to finish this out. I see no reason to stop it. It's decent. But afterwards, I mean, unless I'm reviewing something, I'm not going to buy more Dr. Squatch. It's fine. For the extra price, and shipping is free, which is nice, but for the extra price and all that stuff, I don't know that for me personally it's worth it. It's arguably slight upgrade from just regular Old Spice, but also not enough of an upgrade for me to start using it exclusively. It's fine. It's not bad. I wouldn't say it's great. So it's good, in a word. So there you go. Thanks for watching.